I want to tell you about something I'm building that's really close to my heart. Outside of the podcast, I lead Radar, my organizational consulting practice. One thing I've learned as a researcher is that most workplace problems aren't actually productivity problems. They're people problems hiding inside organizational systems. When communication breaks down, when the team struggles to collaborate, when burnout keeps showing up, or when leaders can't figure out why talented employees are disengaging, the answer usually isn't another policy and it's definitely not another meeting. It's understanding the people behind the performance. That's what we do at Radar. Through research, leadership development, and facilitated learning experiences, we help organizations uncover the human factors that drive organizational performance. Because when people work better together, everything else gets better too. So, if you're an HR leader, an executive, or someone who's responsible for developing people in your organization, I'd love to talk to you. You can learn more at ShanaeChantel.com. I have a post-it from our precast.
Okay, good. Yes. Okay, love led us here.
Yes.
It led us here. That's how I'm here.
That's how you're here.
Love. Yeah, we all are for the most part.
We pray. But you were telling me such a love story about, I think, your parents and your grandparents.
Yes.
See?
Yes.
Okay, so your parents are from Mississippi.
Well, my grandparents are. My mom is from DC because my grandparents had to move from Mississippi to DC.
Was this because your brother? No, somebody's brother had done something and they didn't want the clan to get him.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I thought that's the story you were about to tell.
No. Okay. So I started from the top. Okay, so I think the year was like 1967.
Okay.
My grandfather, and his name, he got a funny name story too, because I was like, huh? When we, you know how you start like digging up stuff, and honestly, just so you know, one thing about me, growing up, I was a really nosy child. I was always eavesdropping in on conversations.
Okay.
I'd be like, ooh.
Right. And that's in a child's place.
Yeah, look, let me stay in a child's place, right? But then you move throughout life and you get to adulthood and you think about like how those experiences shape or have the potential to shape your child's life and like the rest of your legacy, right? So, girl, hear the story.
That's so deep. Okay.
So my grandparents, they were born and raised in Canton, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar with like the Canton Spirituals. They're like a gospel group. Yeah, they have like a lot of hit songs that like a lot of us, if you're Black and you grew up in the church and you're rooted there, you would know it. Like, I gotta clean up. Messed up. Yeah. That's Canton Spiritual. And so like Canton is such a small town. This is all topic, but Canton's such a small town, but like the Canton Spirituals were like their literal neighbors. So I remember growing up and like going to go see my great grandmother and like all of that side of the family. And you would literally see like their tour bus and they would come by the house. And then, yeah, like my grandfather's parents had like their own cab company and they would also, you know, drive the Canton Spirituals around.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the story. My grandfather, his name, and this means something, his name was Edward Delano Merriweather. So
I'm listening.
Oh yeah. He was
Edward Delano.
Delano.
Yes,
Delano. And if I'm thinking correctly, he was named or like that influence for his middle name. Cause I was like, Delano, I have never heard of that name. It sounds so country. It sounds so old. But girl, whole time, the D in Franklin D. Roosevelt, that's where his mama got it from.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt. You're absolutely right.
So we called him Delano. So like, that's what I'm saying. It just sounded so country. And so my grandfather went into, I believe it was the Air Force. And so when he came back home to Canton, you know, the way life goes, he had ran into my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And they dated for like 3 weeks. Now, the whole time, my grandmother is like a freshly divorced lady. She's like, I'm not really interested in none of this. Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
But she gives him a chance, and 3 weeks later, they fall in love and all of this. They get married in my great grandmother's living room. So, my grandfather, the whole reason why the 3 weeks matters is because my grandfather was like, he had to make a choice between moving to, I think it was Dallas or
Mm-hmm.
DC. And so he was like, look, I'm from the South.
I'm trying to get out of the
And he's
South.
like, I'm trying to get out of the South. Take me to DC.
Yeah.
And so the plan was for him to work at, I think it was like the VA or like NIH, one of those research labs or something. And so he had like a whole entire job process, like the job interview process. And girl got the job. So we're like, well, you know, not me, but because I'm not there yet.
Yeah, the ancestors.
Yeah. A Black man getting hired at such a great job.
Yes.
Girl.
No.
He showed up and the white people were like,
Edward.
Girl. Like, we were not expecting that. He literally said it. He was like, they told me they were not expecting a Negro.
So they'd never seen him. They just did like phone conversations.
His phone conversations, got hired like straight off of that. And it wasn't like the first day. Imagine you're like ready.
Yeah.
And they rescinded the job offer right then. Now, mind you, this is in DC. So he's thinking like, hold up, like I done moved up here for better opportunity.
Yes.
This, that, and the third. So yeah, that was like that was a conversation I was eavesdropping on too. Something I probably shouldn't have heard, but really glad I heard it because, you know, you kind of wonder things as a child, like, dang, why do we have to drive 1,000 miles to Mississippi? Like, why is my family up here in DC and the rest of them are down south? Like, it didn't make sense. And I always wondered, like, why is my grandfather a teacher? Nothing wrong with teaching because I'm an educator myself. Like, both of my grandparents were educators in DC public school system. And it was just always interesting to me because I was like, dang, they have like credentials to just be a lot more. But at the time, nobody was really open to giving them any other opportunity. So yeah, my grandfather ended up teaching science because like he's a biochemist and all of this. Yeah, but I was like, all that off a name?
That's so trifling.
No, it really is. It really is to like get off a plane.
You moved your life.
Belongings.
Yes.
And get your job offer rescinded because you show up and they're like, he's a Negro. Those were literally their words. They were like, we're sorry, we cannot let you continue.
They gave him the job on the spot, so you know he was qualified in the interview. That's why y'all brought him here.
That part. So yeah, and that was in what, 1967. So it wasn't that long ago. Right.
I'm trying to think. The Civil Rights Act of 1969? Because if that were the case, then they couldn't have done that.
Girl, but you know how many things we ain't supposed to be doing.
Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because it says 64. You're absolutely right. Oh, sorry. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. We did it. It is me, Dr. Shanae, and I have a super special guest with a super rich history, as you can already tell with me. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure. Hey, y'all. My name is Lavon Ipiana Tynes Bailey. Lavon is just fine. But one thing about me, I chose my name.
Ooh.
I did. I chose my name. That is another part like that's really special to me about my name. I chose it. I am a musician and all of what encompasses, that. I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a classical pianist. I'm a music business enthusiast. I'm
Ooh.
also like a creative leader. If I think in short, that's what I am, a creative leader. I work with the youth in the DC area where I help them, find their voice and their value and really just show them how music can be used as a vehicle or a tool to get to where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm also married to a musician, and it's so funny because like we can get into his name too, but
Ooh.
he was telling me just now how he thinks he has a very like racially ambiguous name, and I was like, you do. It's Jared, but like, see,
Yeah.
I never considered that racially ambiguous just because like I grew up in the church. I was like, oh, that's a name in the Bible.
Yeah.
But
That's
he's
okay.
right. He's right.
I don't think I've met a Black Jared.
Really? Oh, okay. So up here, it's plenty of Black Jared.
Okay. It's
But
not popular in
also,
the South, guys.
it's plenty of white Jareds too. So I think it also has a lot to do with like, demographics and
Hmm.
stuff.
This is the other thing that I figured out, or
Mhm.
I found out through these podcasts, is that names that are from like public culture, so
Mm,
like Greek goddess names, Bible names, um, sport names, things like that, I guess. Those names are like uber popular, and so they transcend.
yes.
They are racially ambiguous names.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
My son, Lord have mercy, because I'm a mom, and you don't realize. Well, no, like you realize it and you understand. Like, okay, naming my kid is something really important.
I'd love to invite you a little deeper into the work. The podcast is where we tell the stories, but there's so much more that doesn't make it into each episode. Over on Patreon, you'll find extended interviews, behind the scene conversations, reflections from my research, and a community of people who love asking better questions about identity, culture, and the world around us. If you've ever listened to an episode and thought, I wish they had kept talking, that's exactly what you'll find there. You can join us at awkward_PhD on Patreon. I'd love to have you there. And now back to the episode.
It's
Hmm.
probably one of the most important things you will do for your kid,
It's up there. Yeah.
aside from having them. Like, you have to pick a name. And so like with my son, I was just so tired and pregnant, child.
Hmm.
I was so tired and pregnant. I let my husband choose a name, and we can get into that too. Like,
We will.
why I was scared to name him that. But that's because as an educator, I have seen some names. I have seen some names, and I have seen some things, and some things more so regarding like the biases that
Yeah.
with that's your
Ooh.
child's name. Um,
Okay. I can't wait to talk about it. We've got to do a couple things first.
yeah, let's
Um,
get to it.
will you please spell your name for our audio listeners?
Oh, absolutely. So it's LA apostrophe capital VONNE. And the reason I'm like very particular about that is because there are plenty of Levons on this earth, but there's not too many named like me. And I
Mhm.
also think that the apostrophe and the capital V just add to it.
It's a little sparkle.
That
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you see it on paper, it's not Levani, it's not Yvonne, it's not Levante. I have heard it all. I'd be like, who?
Not Tay.
Tay, child. And I hate to say it, but it don't be us doing that. It's other people.
Hmm. And you expected her name to be
Oh,
Levante.
yeah.
That's what
And
you.
can you read? 'Cause, like it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that at all.
Okay, your age and/or generation.
Oh, so I just turned 32 on March 24th.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy belated.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm an Aries. I love it here in this
Ooh.
season. In my generation, ooh,
You said
I'm a millennial. Yeah.
94?
Yes, 94. And the reason I had to think about that is because sometimes I have to remind myself that millennials, okay, I'll put it this way. There are so many people who just call any young person
A millennial. I hate
right. And I'm like, but aren't millennials like 1980 something? Like it starts as far back as that. And then
Yeah.
they do like the cutoff, like, oh, well, you're not a real whatever. If a real
Yeah.
90s, if you're born in 94, I'm like, I was born in the 90s.
Look,
Born in the 90s. I remember some things better than the people who experienced
exactly.
as teenagers.
There
So
was a 90s feeling that you had to have.
mhm.
And some people are like, yeah, girl, we did play outside. Why? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
then others are like, I don't.
like, y'all don't play outside?
There is, I'm going to say those 96ers, and sorry to y'all if you're watching, 96ers, 97ers, 98ers that are like, we're a little cuss.
They
I don't see it. I'm
they
not seeing it.
are. Well, okay, so I'll put it this way. I think it depends on who influenced you. Cause like
Yeah.
one of my sisters is born in 1996. And yeah, like
Ooh.
we are very close. And so the same experiences I had, she had. Now I'm sure
Okay.
we saw things a little
Differently.
but
Yeah.
like, her compared to my sister who was born in 2006, I'd be like, Lord.
Okay, my bad. 98, 97, 96. That makes sense.
No, but 96 still, because I have coworkers and I'm like, you can see the differences.
Mhm. You can. I love to see a millennial.
Yes.
And sometimes I'll figure out that somebody is from Gen X and it'll make all the sense.
Ooh.
All the sense in the world.
Yeah, parents are Gen X. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can't. Okay, we need to do the demographics because I'm getting sidetracked. How do you identify racially?
Oh, girl, I'm Black.
Okay.
I'm Black. I am blackity black. Black.
Black.
And proud of my Black.
Every day, all day.
No, I would literally, the saying, like, I would choose to be Black in every lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we go through a lot of like trials and tribulations, but seriously, I would only choose to be Black. Like if I kept getting reincarnated over and over and over again,
Mm-hmm.
Creator just kept asking, so what do you want to come back? Black. It's my first choice. Black.
It's so crazy because we're just so damn swaggy. Like we're just good at things.
Mm-hmm.
We're really great at them.
Yeah.
To the point that others admire it and hate because they can't do it.
That part. And we're rooted in excellence. That's the other thing. Like everything, like no matter where your journey or your path takes you, everything is rooted in excellence of some sort. Yeah. And so I know like right now there's a lot of riffraff over like the whole Black excellence term being coined. They're like, I don't think we should use that anymore. It yells out privilege. I've been seeing some conversations on that. And
Black excellence?
Girl, yes. So basically, I cannot think of like the person on the podcast that was talking about it, but I came across it on Instagram and like some other social media. You know how you just be scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
He had valid points. He was like, we look a little too much to Black excellence. Like if you're not Black excellence, what are you then if you're Black? And I mean, the valid points I could find in his opinion is, like Black excellence, we tend to throw it over people who have only attended college and have all of these degrees and they do things in these higher level fields and industries.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I'd be like, but there's Black excellence in our Section 8 housing too.
Yes.
Like you can't deny it. I think Black excellence is subjective and it's what you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I just had to put that in there.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna leave that in. Where do you consider your hometown?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
it's a really interesting because there's a whole argument about that too. People like,
Oh, is this the DC
like,
PG County
okay, so
debate?
I was
I
born.
love this one.
Look, you familiar with it?
I've heard a few things from the PG County girls.
Why we keep arguing over this? Why? So for one, I'm from DC. I was born in DC, so like that's where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you really want to tie things in, I grew up in DC with friends and family. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but where I was raised at, that's Laurel, Maryland. Which some people be like, that's not the DMV. Yes, it is.
It is. It is now, guys. It keeps expanding.
That part. People don't believe in expansion.
They
don't. But I will say I am a little nitpicky about it because people will try to be like, oh, Baltimore's a part of. No, it's not. Baltimore is not a part of the DMV. Yes, we know that Baltimore is a part of Maryland, but Baltimore is not. Baltimore is its own culture. The DMV is a culture thing. It's not an actual like location, in my opinion.
So is Baltimore like weird to people from the DMV?
Girl, you try to give me cancer. So I will say that it's weird. And the reason, so I have a relationship with Baltimore too. A lot of my learnings, especially with classical piano, came from Baltimore. I would literally go to Baltimore weekly to learn piano and saxophone. So I won't say it's weird, but it does have its own culture. It does have its own culture, and I can respect it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's not a part of the DMV. You cannot get there through Metro. You can get there by a MARC train.
Oh,
but you can't get there like
Metro.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in Texas, and we have Keep Austin Weird.
Oh,
because Austin is it's a blue Democratic. You have UT Austin there, so it's a big student population, and it's like, what is it? What's his name? The Tesla guy. He's investing in like the Austin area. And so if you look at this in that sea of red state Texas, it's just like a little bloop. Like we're from Texas, but we're from Austin. So I was wondering if it was like, I'm from Baltimore, I'm not from the DMV. If that was
first off, you just taught me something.
Okay.
Like I'll be real, the only two places in Texas I think about, Dallas and Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was at Howard, I had friends that would be like, I'm from Dallas, and you better not mistake me, as being. I'd be like, what's the problem? Yeah. And just recently, I started learning more about Austin because it's coming up on my TikTok. It's like a really great place.
Love Austin.
Yeah. Like vacation or do girls trips. I'm like, who wants to go to Austin, Texas?
I do.
Okay, well now I have to check it out because now I see some of us there too. So yes. Because I'm not seeing us on the vacations. I'm seeing, yeah.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I'd be like,
okay, I'm gonna say this, and I mean it with so much love. Mm-hmm. In Austin, you can do a lot of white people activities.
Happy.
So, okay, yeah. So that is why you probably don't see a lot of us, but we are sometimes, I like to climb a mountain. I'm having a good time.
I'm glad you like that.
Yeah.
Girl, I do. Climb the metro escalator.
Not the escalator.
I am not climbing somebody's mountain, but all power to you.
Thank you. I just, I love Austin because it's where I did my undergrad. So I feel like Austin is kind of where I grew up a little bit. But
got you.
From an adult to an educated adult, if that makes sense.
Yes, and I feel you on that. Mm-hmm. And that's also kind of how I feel about DC. Like, yeah, I've always had a connection to it. Because I remember, like I went to Howard. But like literally my childhood church is around the corner.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine, girl. I had to do the same thing.
And I left my phone downstairs, so it's not even ringing
You're like, where's it coming from?
That's what it's just.
But yeah, like I really feel as if Howard raised me, but like DC at the
Okay, wait.
same time. Hmm.
Howard raised you,
Yeah,
but DC.
DC at the same time. Because like
Yeah.
growing up in DC, what we see at Howard today is not what I saw growing up
Mm-hmm.
at all. Like,
You are.
mm-mm.
Okay, I promise, podcast audience, we're going to get to the name stuff with you. So there's this thing that my friend Miles said, and he actually was on an episode in season 2. If you haven't watched it, you
Okay.
should go watch it. Also, he is very ethnic, so he curses a lot. Be warned.
Ooh, I like
Great
that.
friend, great guy. So he was saying like he's from Atlanta, except in Atlanta. And he said like we're from
I like that.
Dallas, except for in Dallas. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
You get it?
No, but
Okay.
I really like how he worded that because I feel like the people that get it,
They
get
do.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the people like if somebody asks you where you're from, you're gonna say, I'm from such and such a place. If somebody from Texas asks you where you're from, I'm from the DMV. Like
Yeah.
what you don't know the town and the intricacies. Like let's be for real. I'm
Look,
from the DMV.
because trying to explain that to I'll be like, why are you you coming to visit me? Normally, like on vacation, you cruising in the ocean, and somebody's like, "Where are you from?" Now, if I told you I'm from Laurel, Maryland, you'd be like, "Where is that?"
See? And now we having a conversation. Let's
And
stop.
I don't want to converse with you.
Yeah. I'm glad we got it. We're here on that. Your gender.
Oh, girl, I'm a female.
Okay. Perfect. Your parents' hometowns, which you said are DC?
Well, my mama from DC.
Uh-huh.
My daddy is from Smithfield, Virginia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like far countryside or is it just another?
Ooh, okay, okay. Are you familiar with Hampton, Virginia?
I've heard of it.
Okay, yes. I mean Hampton University.
That's how I've heard of it.
I
Yeah.
mean that's the not real HU. But yeah, because like they got that whole rival, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
the real HU. We like Howard is the real HU. We can't argue that. We came
Were
out
they first?
No, or I think no. They came in the same year, I believe, but it came out as Hampton Institute versus University. They changed the name to Hampton University, I think sometime in the 80s or something. It's a really friendly rival. It's on my side, it's friendly. I don't do that like
yeah, we're not starting to fight.
Do it on social, and I'll be like, y'all, you have the degree.
You do. You do.
Okay. Use whichever HU you want to, be it a blue and white heart, be it a red and blue heart. But please understand that the red and blue heart HU is the real one.
It's a little side. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, so if you're familiar with Hampton University, Smithfield is maybe like a 20-30 minute drive from there. It might be a little faster than that. My daddy might have been driving slow. But girl, it's in the boonies. Like there's to me, Smithfield is like a really small town. It is rich with history. When you drive through it, you feel kind of like the eeriness of slavery. Because it's just a bunch of like fields, like the houses are far apart. If you have AT&T, you might not have service.
I know what you.
Yeah, it's one of them kind of towns, but a really great town to grow up in nonetheless.
That's where your dad is from.
Yeah, and he came to DC and met my mom at Howard.
Okay. Look at how everything comes together.
I saw it like kind of click for you, like, huh?
I'm thinking of the 2 generations of love stories and like what, because again, love led us here.
It did.
Yeah. That is what I said in our precast was going to be the title of our episode. So
Yes.
I've been so excited. It's just been posted on my table and I was like, today's the day.
Yeah.
Love lettuce here. I love it.
Yeah.
What is your highest level of education?
You know that question is so funny when you like check it off. You're like, dang, what is it? Masters? Yeah, master's degree. I have two.
Okay.
I might work towards a doctorate, PhD level, one of these
We
days.
talked about this last time.
Yeah, I'm just not committed right now. I just have a
Yeah.
lot going on, and I'm
It'll
watching
be
some of
there.
my friends go through and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got time.
No.
No, you don't have time.
It demands a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I have two masters. One in entertainment business, another in digital marketing.
You marketing people are so impressive to me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm trying to make the things work.
I think we're all marketers in some shape or form. It's just a matter of how you use it. Like if you use social media, you know how to market. It's some things and nuances that you have to learn, of course, but
Yeah.
you know how to market. And also like our names in itself, they are
It's a brand.
You know, how do you want to be represented?
Hence the Shanae Chantel research brand.
See? And hence the apostrophe, and please do not forget my capital V, because I don't know who you're talking to.
Look.
Yes, and brands have stories behind them. So yeah, even like our names fall into branding and how you carry yourself as a person, what kind of brand archetype you are.
What is a brand archetype?
Okay, so you know how like they have archetypes in general, like, well, with brand archetypes, you have, I'm trying to think. There's like the girl next door. There's like a few of them, but I know for a fact I'm very like creative. I can't remember my brand archetype exactly, but it's actually a mix.
Okay.
But yeah, like I'm trying to think of your favorite, like what's your favorite business or like your favorite corporation?
That's crazy that you would think I'd have one. Say Knives.
Ooh.
I like their face scrubs. I use them all the time.
Okay. So
shout out to Say Knives, sponsor me.
No, for real, because like they are good with the face scrubs.
Yeah.
That gives like girl next door. Like you're just really easygoing.
Oh yeah.
People they are attracted and attuned to you for your level of ease and comfortability. People want to be around you. They want, like, people want to use St. Ives product. Another one that comes off the bat is like, and I know people are like, we don't shop at Target, but Target versus Walmart, you know?
Yeah.
Walmart is kind of like anybody can shop here. You can go in Walmart and come out with anything, be it a Lysol spray or some furniture. And at Target, it's something about the way they brand things. It seemed like a little bit more chic, a little bit more upscale, more luxury. You're paying a little bit more than Walmart, but
you're paying for a better quality.
It's also a different type of person that shops at Target. Because, like, think about it. Before all of this, were you dilly-dallying in Walmart?
You look, I don't want to say you can't pay me, but it has to be a last resort if I'm in Walmart. It has to be a last resort.
Exactly.
Because I will drive right past Walmart.
Back then was like up there.
Yeah.
Like you would go to Target and be like, I'm just going to grab some orange juice. And you come out with a whole new wardrobe, a new plant, candles, Tabitha Brown's, whatever you had come out.
Costco.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yes. Costco versus Sam's Club. That's another one. And we see where Walmart stands. They've always stood there.
They have. I don't know if Costco and Sam's Club have a beef though. I think they've just considered each other as like peers.
Well, they are peers. I don't know if they have a beef either, but I will say that Costco has made it known like, hey,
Yes.
we are with DEI.
Mm-hmm.
We support y'all. Come over here. And
And
it just has a different vibe.
they
It has
do.
a completely different vibe.
That's why we out here. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think the Sam's Club members are also the Walmart members. So they would go anywhere regardless.
Girl,
Yeah.
my friend got into a fight at Sam's Club. I don't know anybody who's fighting up in Costco. So I'm just
You're
like,
supposed to be a touch classier at Sam.
mm-mm, mm-mm. No. I've seen some things at Sam's too. Yeah, Costco would never.
Costco would never. Not a fight.
Child.
Girl. Okay. There's so much to get through.
It is.
Let's start at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your name.
Oh, so remember how I was like, oh, I chose it?
Yeah.
Girl, I ain't had no choice but to choose it because my mama was about to have me out here not liking my name. Okay.
Wait, okay, so when you chose it, was this like a she was saying baby names and you cried when she said such and such? Or is this
It's
like
something
a
like that. So,
okay.
long story short, I don't know how it was in the 90s, but my parents swore out I was a boy. I was like, y'all didn't
Happens a
ask the
lot.
doctor or
Yeah.
like, they were just like, we were.
It feels like a boy.
Yes. My mom has always wanted a boy. She got 3 girls. But like, she just swore out I was going to be the boy. I was like, go ahead, girl.
Look, actually.
Look. And so, yeah, my dad's name is Devon. And yeah, even how his name, 'cause I was like, why'd your mom name you that? And because it's the spelling, like when you hear the name Devon, you think of like Devon. His is DE apostrophe capital V AUGHN.
Devon.
Yes, like Devon.
Yeah.
And my grandmother, well, his mom, but my grandmother was reading the newspaper right before she had him, and she came across this really intriguing story about something that happened in Germany. She couldn't recall the story, but she was like, the name of the person in that story's name was Devon. And she was like, I really like that, Devon. So yeah, that's how Devon came about. And of course, my mom was like, well, if I have a boy, or since it's a boy, we're just going to name our son after his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And out, and I was a girl. And my parents were like, ooh.
Ooh.
that is not junior. So my mom is like really into nature. She was telling me, she was like, yeah, I really love the name Crystal and Brooke and Eden. It was like all these like really nature. I was like, okay. And she said, yeah, but you weren't feeling any of them because I kept calling to you. I wasn't named for like 2 days.
Okay.
He was like, I kept calling you. I was like, Brooke, you just weren't answering. And then she was like, the next day I woke up, I was like, let's try Crystal. Wasn't answering. And when she finally said to herself, you know what? Your name was supposed to be Devon, but let's make it a little bit more feminine.
Mm-hmm.
And you love on. She said my head turned, and she's like, that's the name.
That's the one.
I was like, girl, because who was you talking to?
Brooke.
Yeah. So like when she told me this story, I'm like 6, 7 years old. And I'll be honest, growing up, I always felt like my name was different.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I went to school with okay, so when I first started schooling, I was with all Black kids, right? So I had a friend named Kwanzaa. I had a friend named Hope. I had friends that, had just came to the States from Ghana and Nigeria. So, they were using like their native names. And then you have Levon. And then I get to, and I felt cool in that skin. But I moved to first grade, my parents pulled me out of like the Black private school I was in. And I'll never forget because I came home and I told my mom, Mommy, I sat with white people today.
Oh my
And that was literally her response. Oh my, like, trying to play along with it. And she was like, well, how were they? Did you enjoy yourself? Like, how was school? I was like, they were great. I met Scott and Hannah and,
God. Oh
I'm,
no.
and then it dawned on me, my name is like different compared to y'all. Seriously, like my name is very different, even in the spelling. Everybody just had plain names. So that's really what made me ask my mom, like, what made you name me Levon, and why is it spelled like this, and why does it look like that? She told me, and I was like, okay, well, what if you did name me Crystal? So like for a few weeks, I would ask my classmates to call me Crystal because like, it's just like a regular name. And it made me feel like more accepted.
Yeah.
And even Brooke, I was just like, what if my mom did name me these names? That's just the artist in me starting from a young age, just playing around with identities and egos and all this. But ultimately I was like, no, like I need to be Levon. My teachers are not catching on to this Brooke.
Nah.
Yeah, they're like, huh? But yeah, growing up, I just felt different.
Did you ever think about going by your middle name?
Girl.
I love this. I got a face. So yes.
Girl.
No.
Okay. It's really funny you asked that.
Okay, wait. Can you say and spell your middle name for our audio listeners?
Yes. So my middle name is Ipyana, and it's spelled Ipyana. It's Swahili, and it means grace. Now, this leads back to my grandfather, the man whose job offer was rescinded because they found out he was a Negro.
Edward.
They called you a Negro to your face. He was like, yeah, like it was the 60s. I was like, but okay, so my mom said the way the story goes, my grandfather actually wanted Ipyana to be my first name. Because he had a feeling I was a girl. He knew I was a girl. It was my mama who was like, no, this is a boy, blah, 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 blah. And so she asked him like, well, if this is a girl, what are you going to like? What name suggestions do you have?
Yeah.
He was like, I love the name Ipyana. And my mama was like, like it's a cute name, but not for her first name, because how's she gonna get jobs?
Ooh.
I was like,
And this was the 90s.
This was the 90s. And even then, I've never met anybody named Ipyana ever. But I really do love so on my mom's side, everybody refers to me as Ippy, like for short. Like to this day, they're like, hey Ippy. Because I guess everybody on that side really likes the name. On my dad's side, I have a different name. It's Missy. Like,
oh, okay.
Because they used to be like, oh, she a little old lady, she a little old soul girl. Yeah, I used to wear like church hats and come downstairs and like show you like my little. I was one of them. Very like, girly girl,
creative. Yes,
creative. But yeah, my mom was like, in a way, you could sense that her protection started right then and there before I even left the womb. Like, you have to be mindful, especially of like what you name your child and what those names mean. Especially because, yeah, you're right. When you see certain things, I'm not gonna lie, like as somebody who goes through resumes often, you see names and you're like, I'm already creating biases or like an opinion of you before I even get to meet you, just based on your name. You don't even necessarily have to know another Ipyana, but you could be like, oh, I can't pronounce that. Oh, it sounds foreign. Oh, that sound black. I'm not hiring her. And this was back in the night. Like that's really wild to me. And I also think it's wild, even more wild, the fact that like my grandfather, like you would think, oh, he's the first person to know like how your name,
Yeah.
can transcend
His experience. Yeah.
right. And he's still up here like, no, let's keep it ethnic.
Epiana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I love it. I love the name.
Yes. I looked it up and it says that they also use it as a surname in East
Really?
Africa.
Yeah. Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, but where are the Ipianas at? Come on the
Look, I've
podcast.
never met one.
Yeah.
I have never met one. But yeah, Ipiana. So it's so interesting. And then my sister, one of them, her name is Valencia Ife. I was like, now how y'all get to that?
I have a friend, or growing up, I had a friend. Growing up, I knew this girl named Valencia. And I always loved her name. And I thought it was like a city in Italy or something.
Yes. Like a city in Spain, Valencia, Spain, or something like that.
Yeah. And I always thought that was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that second name, what was that you said?
Ife.
Ife.
Ife. It's called IFE. Yeah, IFE. And I think it has like an accent over top of it. Yeah. Now, I believe that's Nigerian or Yoruba, to be exact.
Just 1 second.
Yeah, nice. Look that up. Because all I know is a Buddha's name. So I was like, Mommy, why you keep naming us?
Would you like to tell the people where they can find you and what to expect from you in the coming future?
Okay, so y'all can find me on Instagram or Threads, because I'll be yapping on Threads. I'm like a certified yapper.
Okay.
So you can find me on there at Keys Toujours. Well, it's really Keys Toujours.
Can you spell it?
Yes, it's KEYSTOUJOURS. Yes. And then on Facebook, you can find me under this name, Lavon Ipiana Times Bailey.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. The whole thing. So you can find me under that. And on TikTok, you can follow me at Live Love Lavon.
Ooh, yes. That's cool.
Thank you.
Alrighty, girl. It has been such a pleasure.
Yes.
Love chatting with you. Let's do it again. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
See y'all.